From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the Business, Equity, and Opportunities Podcast with Scott Sander.
Welcome to the Business, Equity, and Opportunities Podcast. I'm Scott Sander. On this episode,
Sports Tech HQ aims to advance Indiana's growing sports technology sectors. Along with INNOPOWER, Sports Tech HQ hosted an event during the NFL Combine that drew the attention of tech companies from around the world.
Every business is unique and has a target audience. If you own or manage a business, Circulus Digital Media can help you connect and grow your customer base with turnkey digital solutions that are nimble, offering best-in-class results, service, and support to reach a bigger customer base, allowing you to pinpoint a specific audience down to the smallest details. Get outside the city, the state, span the globe. Put Circulus Digital Media to work for you. Get started now at circulusdigital.com. That's circulusdigital.com.
Rakuten is the smartest way to save money when you shop because you earn cash back at over 3,500 stores. Fashion, beauty, electronics, home essentials, travel, dining, concert tickets, and more. Your favorite stores like Lowe's, Levi's, and Nike pay Rakuten to send them shoppers. And Rakuten then passes on a part of that payment to its members as cash back. You're already shopping at your favorite stores. Why not save while you're doing it? It's a no-brainer. Membership is free and easy to sign up. Get the Rakuten app now and join the 17 million members who are already saving. Cashback rates change daily. See Rakuten.com for details. That's Rakuten. Your cashback really adds up.
This is Business, Equity, and Opportunities. Access to capital.
So, for years, Indianapolis has hosted the NFL Combine. And sometimes the Combine comes and just leaves the city. We all love it that it's here. But being able to activate events around the Combine to showcase what's happening in Indy is kind of what we're doing here. Is Sports Tech HQ has done an amazing job of just putting Indy on the map when it comes to sports tech, all the assets we have. And wanted to showcase that this week as far as here's what's happening in our city. Here's what Sports Tech HQ has done. Here's some companies that they've invested in and supported. So sports tech, right, is all about athletes. Technologies are created to make the game easier, better, faster for the athlete. And then you have athletes that, didn't have that kind of technology when they played. So hearing guys talk about innovation, how the game has changed, how they're living their lives today, right, based on the things they did 10 years ago. So just having an environment where you have tech founders, former players, current players, front office GMs, pro personnel people, just having that environment right here in Indy, right? Because we do have the Combine here. So there's no other city that can do this, right? So we're just taking advantage of it, and I'm excited about all the sponsors, all the partners that put this together. No, it is, and we have to do a better job of activating events that come in our city. Last year we had the NBA All-Star Game, and there's so much energy around it. I think we all learned so much about the city during that weekend. This year, the Combine is really our first major event in the city in February. But if you look at this year, you have the WNBA All-Star Game, you have the Global Entrepreneurship Congress, we have Rally, we have the Indy 500. So as we look at all these events, we want to activate and tell the story of Indianapolis, especially from our business environment. Just let people know that this is a good place to come do business and work. Man, it is so good to be an athlete today. The way you take care of your body is different. There's so much out there. There's so much out there doing the game. There's so much out there for training, right? So being an athlete today is so different. It's unlike what we've ever seen. Like, we don't even understand it. Those of us that played years ago, we can't even imagine what it's like to play today and all the things that are available for you as an athlete to get you better. So the game is so different. It's so much faster. It's so much more violent. So taking care of your body, making sure you have the right equipment, making sure you're able to understand when you train, right, there are things that you can put on your body that kind of gauges everything. Your hydration, your speed, how much you weigh, how much weight you've lost. And that's all technology. So it's amazing what's happening. It's only going to keep getting better.
Well, actually, we got invited through Upside Global and a collaboration between Upside Global, Elevate Ventures, and yourselves. And what a perfect venue. I get access to every NFL team in one location, which is almost near impossible to have in any other venue. So Kinmetrics is a collaboration between robotics and sensors. It's the world's only neck strengthening device that can assess isometrically, which is when you're doing a static hold, and isokinetically, which is through an entire range of motion. So this device can do both the assessment tools and create a specialized strengthening program all in one device, all while collecting data. So as we build out these monsters and these athletes from the shoulders down, and we make all these changes to the helmets and to the mouthpieces, we've kind of forgotten about the next role. And the main reason for that is because there's no way to collect data and measure where our neck strength actually is. We're getting great feedback. So we've had some NFL demos today, and they've all been very positive. The one thing across the board, no matter what the sport is or what level of the sport, is that everyone's looking for the same solution. How do we keep our players safer? How do we minimize the risk? And hopefully one day, how do we reduce CTE overall? So this is why, anything that we've been in front of and people we've been able to do demos and these kinds of chats with, no one's really looked at us like, why are you creating this solution? We don't have a problem. It is a problem across the globe, across every sport, every age, and every level. So the nice thing is that we are here to provide a solution for that problem. I'm hoping to get a little bit more education on us as a company, as our goals and our values, but most importantly that we have this standalone device, the only device in the world that can do what it does, how safe it is, how accurate it is, and how versatile it is. So it could be put somewhere for research, it could be used as a post-rehab or a return to play, and it can be in a gym facility just strengthening the necks.
So AI.io, we're a company that uses computer vision, AI and deep learning to allow athletes to analyse themselves for sporting movements, and they do this directly from a mobile phone. So it doesn't matter where they are in the world, they can download an app, do some sporting movements, get scored, get analysed, get rated, and actually potentially get trials and opportunities for professional teams and organisations. So about 18 months ago we met Jeff at Sports Tech HQ, and we discussed a lot about the kind of ecosystem that's building around Indiana and sports. So all the way from the pro sports, the college teams, the high schools, the governing bodies, the sport tech ecosystem that's being created. So we've been working with them for a while around how AI.io fits into that. So we're here really just to work through that with that team. It definitely does, yeah, because I think there's a company like ours, we have operations is just as important as sales, is just as important as R&D, and I think you've kind of got a bit of all of that here, right? So the ability to research, develop and innovate with your academic partners, some massive, obviously colleges with great programs that are a great fit to us. So from biomechanical engineering to data informatics, there's a lot of value there. Then obviously the sports team ecosystem gives us an opportunity to actually use the product to sell products. That's important, right? So we want to sell things, but so yeah, I think the ecosystem's well covered for everything that we need, really. Yeah, I think for me, my background's always been high performance sport. So what we do now is we put the ability for anybody to access the types of tools that high performance athletes would normally get. So things that normally reserved just for high performance athletes. Now, you just need a mobile phone. So if you have a smartphone, you download an app and you can get those insights and those metrics. And the biggest exciting thing is that we're seeing kids and young talent getting trials and getting signed for professional teams and sports teams just from downloading an app and getting their data and getting their metrics. So that's the thing that gets out of bed every day, right? Is knowing that you've changed a kid's life who's now got an opportunity with a team that they didn't have before. A lot of the feedback comes from, there's two parts. A lot of it comes from the parents. So the parents where they've seen their child or kid struggle to get noticed in sport. And now suddenly they've got an opportunity on the back of the app. But then from the sports teams as well. So scouting's a very difficult operation. So lots of boots on the ground. Where do you go? How can you see all the kids at once? You just can't. There's just not enough people. So us giving them data up front to allow them to kind of streamline their work, we give them time back in their day. So there's good positive feedback from the clubs as well.
Our thanks again to all the contributors who joined us for this episode of the Business Equity and Opportunities Podcast. We hope you found it enlightening, useful, and inspiring. You'll find more information about the show on our website, BEOshow.com. You can watch Business Equity and Opportunities Sunday mornings at 10 on Wish TV or live stream it through wishtv.com. Each week we provide 7 full segments with topics ranging from how to get started and how to access capital to the day-to-day running of your business and questions about accounting and bookkeeping. We feature business news and trends and always share a success story from one of our contributors. Join us next time for more insights into the world of small business. Be sure to sign up for our Business Equity and Opportunities newsletter to get even more valuable, up-to-date information. And if you have any questions or you'd like to be part of our show, please email us. The address is beo@wishtv.com. We'd love to hear from you. I'm Scott Sander. Thanks for listening.
Watch the Business Equity and Opportunity Show on Wish TV and access all of our content and share it on demand anytime at BEOshow.com. You can find more podcasts from Wish TV on the All Indiana Podcast Network at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.